I think this is the premier event for anybody that wants to get involved in commercial apartment buying.
When I got here, I was like, is this going to be another one of them seminars where at the end of every little class they're going to try to get some money out of you? That's not the case.
This training specifically is different because you've got this practitioner, right, with all of this experience, Tim Bratz, and he is teaching from that area of practice.
And it's not one of them sleazy deals. It's one of them high intensity, high impact, very educational, a lot of good information packed into it.
This is my second event. What I'm seeing people, they've realized like, hey, I can go do a single family house and make 10 grand, or I can go buy a 100-unit apartment complex and make millions plus passive cash flow. Same time, same energy, same effort. Why not go for the bigger dollars?
We came to this event because we were ready to branch out of the grind of every day managing and operating 80 units. We want our money to work for us and not have to work harder. We want to work smarter. Having been in this conference for 3 days, I feel like my expectations have been exceeded.
I wanted to get $1 million idea from this event. Frankly, I was able to get that $1 million idea within about the first 20 minutes just with some of the content that Tim was sharing.
Tim really broke it down. I've been to other events like this where they're like, oh, just do this and this. And there was always like pieces missing.
Tim has a knack for breaking down a very complex space, commercial real estate, and really just crystallizing it and making it very simple.
Tim is a great teacher, and for me, he's a mentor of ours now. A guy that owns 1,500 plus units, 100 million plus assets. It's someone you can look up to and actually count on to do deals with.
Tim's really figured out a way to do syndication in a unique atmosphere where he can bring on different partners and create an opportunity for everyone involved.
I'm a fairly seasoned investor, been investing for probably almost 18 plus years. And so I'm looking for a solid return with a solid operator, right? Somebody who I know, like, and trust, and Tim is that guy. He's here to create opportunity, and he's actually made it pretty clear, right? That like his goal is not necessarily to make a bunch of money off the coaching or the investment that you'll make to be here, but really to create more deal flow in which everybody can participate in.
And really, that's essentially what the core of this event is about. It's about partnering with deals with Tim. Sometimes you may have the deal, but you don't have the money, and then you have the money and then you don't have the deal, right? And you can have just one of those. Have the money, bring it to Tim, he can put it into a deal. You can have the deal and he'll bring the money and put them together. So if that's something that you're looking for, this is the place to find it.
Even if you're not gonna partner with Tim, you got access to this vault, and the vault is just full with so much information that he's actually leveraging in his business that you have access to. So operating agreements and everything that is different from the single family space that is pretty much critical to scaling in the commercial space.
In a lot of cases, when you have a coach, if you will, they're really kind of trying to keep things, close to the vest, if you will, right? And so what's going on behind me right now is Tim has actually got his whole team up there, from, his director of acquisitions to Chris Litzler, who evaluates the deals and underwrites them from a financing perspective. So he's got his whole team up there and is really letting everybody pepper them with, what are your roles? What are your responsibilities? How do you deal with this? How do you handle that? What are the tax ramifications of this?
No questions are off base or beyond bounds, and just being real open and honest about what's involved in the business, the pros and cons, and how he's able to do what he's able to do.
The expert panels are priceless, right? People forget like how many years it took people to establish these kind of staff and these people to help you grow your bottom line.
The caliber of the people in the room and the people that are attending, that has been a big differentiator, if you will, from other events I've been to, because really, a lot of times when I see people in a room, 50 people, 100, 150 people, there may be 10 to 20% that are really investing, and then maybe even a smaller percentage that are actually making money, the money that we all speak of and want to make, right? So just the networking alone is going to give you a lot of information. It's great to be around people that are actually doing it, right? Instead of people that are just talking about doing it.
I actually was able to meet some friends, and now I've got people like, hey, let's do deals together, which is a lot better than just going to an event and everybody going home.
The network of the people you're going to meet, the knowledge that you're going to gain, the experiences that you're going to share here, it's tremendous.
You got to get around these kind of players, learning these kind of things. If you couldn't really get the guts to cut the check for an event like this, how in the world would you have the guts to take on a multi-million-dollar deal?
The best return on investment in your life is going to be your education. What if it doesn't work? That's the wrong question. What if it does?
All you need is one idea. You take one idea from this event, you take it back home or wherever you're going, implement it in your business, and it can take you to the next level.
You should have done it yesterday, because now is definitely the time, and you couldn't learn from a better source.
It's either you go big or go home. Which one are you doing? I decided to go big.